Welcome to this week's Tavern Brawl. This is called the Top 3, and this is one of the funnest Tavern Brawls in Hearthstone. I like this one a lot. I like the 2, 3, and 4 card deck ones. Those are my absolute favorites, and I also like to figure out the meta on this. This one is a deck construction that I play a lot in these sorts of brawls because I just like the style. It's not the best one, but it's a fun one, and it counters a surprising amount of things you actually see. Now, this one is pretty much figured out. There's about 3 to 4 decks that people play, and really nothing else. And this one is an interesting counter to some of them. We have Naturalized, Cold Light, and Ferocious Howl, my favorite combination. And the whole point of this deck is to burn your opponent's deck in like a few turns and mill them to death. That's all we do. Now, this has absolutely no chance against decks like the Patches and Big and 1. You can resign that turn 1. It has a tough time against the Giant Shaman and the Pogo Hoppers, but it does do really well against the Secret Passage Rogue with Edwin and some other builds too. So let's just hop into it, and we're going to play a game with this and just walk through how this goes. I've played this probably about 25 times already this week, just for the heck of it. It's actually an easy farm to get your 100 gold a day, because the games go so much quicker than on Rank Ladder. So there's a little bit of a pro tip there.
Yeah.
And Deck Tracker
Deck Tracker doesn't seem to like it that much.
Alright, Mage is decently rare, actually. Don't see it too much. Typically, this will be something like there's 2 types.
What do we keep, by the way?
Let's keep all the naturalized. Actually, it's Mage, so let's just keep 2 naturalizes. Generally, you want to mulligan for as many naturalizes as you can. Sergey just entered the room with a huge pizza in hand. I like that. But it's not a bad idea to have one of each card, depending on what you get. So there is a Mage that plays Ancient Mysteries, Ice Block, and Fireball, which we will beat, just, by milling him the whole time. There is a Mage, I believe, that plays Arcane Missiles and Incantress Flow.
Yeah. We don't counter him.
No, we just hero
power him in the face.
Yeah. If no minions come down, we just chill. We don't tell them what we are, and we're gonna just play. Our Ferocious Howls here, get our hand full, gain a bunch of armor so we can never lose. And it appears to be the Ice Block variety, which means that we're just gonna take some time here. We're gonna go Ferocious Howl.
Well, if he mills on his own turn, the Ice Block does not trigger. Very important interaction. Ice Block only triggers on opponent's turn. You draw at the beginning of your own turn. I mean, if we mill him,
let's go coin here, Cold Light.
All right, we need hand space, right?
Yeah, and we naturalize it too. And it's a mirror entity that we naturalize his Cold Light and our Cold Light.
All right, we have the.
So yeah, this looks like an easy win. I don't think he has anything to do about this. That's how we do. Servant of Yawg
and Ethereal Conjure. It's just random shit.
Yeah, so this is just lost. This is lost for him. He can't do anything about it. And that's just what we do now. We play Cold Light, we naturalize.
Yeah, and I mean, yes, random spells can be good, but they will be... Okay, they usually won't be that bad, but they won't be good enough, usually.
It's Cold Light, let's naturalize it, and turn. Easy stuff, and there we go.
Yeah.
That was an easy win. We're gonna play one more with this, and then if it's fast again, maybe we'll see if we can make a second one that also gets played a lot. This Mage is not meta, by the way. You're not gonna see this ever again. This was one of those people of percents that just play random stuff.
I thought about one funny thing that you could do in a similar vein, but it's like they're all way too slow, of course, against these ultra optimized things. You could try running 2 random Warlock cards in Renounced Darkness.
Yep.
But that's like...
Another one, for Warlock, I think the best one is Solarium, Fist of Jirax's Silverware Golem, where you just play all Solariums and nothing else.
Oh, that's interesting.
Let everything else get discarded. Keep full hand, I think. We have Rogue here. Pogo Hoppers, we'll have troubles with. If it's Edwin, it's going to be fun, because his first turn is going to take 5 minutes, and then we naturalize and he will resign.
So... The thing about the Warlock, if you don't have Solarium, is you can run Melchizar's Imp, Soulfire, Fist of Jiraxis, which is what I usually like to run in these brawls. But that is not as strong as some of the other current decks. It used to be better back in the older iterations of it.
So this will be Counterfeit Coin, Secret Passage, and then either Edwin or Pogo. In the case of Pogo, we have problems. In the case of Edwin, we don't.
I mean...
It seems to be Edwin.
Okay.
He's playing all the coins first. He's going to Secret Passage, trying to get a big advent as possible at first turn. And typically this rogue is out of cards turn 3 against especially our deck, but in general.
And, I mean, I guess it could be Pogus, but like...
No.
Then we could still just naturalize it multiple times, right? That's like...
He would have already played a Pogo if it was. It's...
Unless he just didn't get one.
If it is Pogo... If it is Pogos, yeah. We still lose because we can't naturalize as much as he plays the Pogos because of his mana gain. Same with the Giant Shaman. He just plays too many for us to naturalize them. But yeah, we're going to naturalize his Edwin and expect him to concede instantly. Takes forever. Uses up his entire deck.
He's trying to get 3 more coins on the way so he can get another Edwin in. Is he actually getting 2 Edwins? Because that...
No. I strongly doubt it. If he did, we'd just naturalize the bigger one.
Yeah.
Against Rogue, that's why you generally want to keep naturalizes, because if someone pulls something like that off, it could be problematic, but we just naturalize and then we win. So that's how this deck does it. For example, this rogue gets perfectly countered by it.
Theoretically, could do the same thing again, but then we could also hopefully maybe do the same thing again, so, you know.
And if not, we cold like we can live for a turn.
Yeah, exactly. If he could somehow stick to Advents, that would be problematic.
Yeah.
But, not like the most problematic thing ever.
Exactly.
If you can stick to us this turn and we don't draw naturalize, that's bad.
Yes.
Usually we could be able to deal with it.
He needs to stick 30 damage, not get it removed. Is basically what needs to happen.
Yeah, and then we could still have Ferocious Howl to like live a turn. Live to fight another day, as they say. But actually, live to fight another day would be retreating, which is like conceding in this case.
Yeah.
It's just like, kind of like die to fight someone else.
Don't want to do that. This is going to be a pretty big advent, so we're going to need, hopefully, to pick a Ferocious Howl, or at least draw one soon. But he is
naturalize, yeah.
He is pretty. Yeah, that's what I meant. He is pretty much through his deck.
Oh right, yeah. It's like all Edvins at this point, right?
Yeah.
Which are not very good.
So if you get this one dealt with, he can't even produce the damage anymore, pretty much. He's dropped all of his coins. He's dropped his passages. Let's go Cold Light.
Just trying to maximize the chances we can get naturalized for next turn.
There we go. Don't really mind the 16 we take here. We can Ferocious Howl and naturalize.
It's not like he's gonna deal much more damage afterwards.
No.
We can gain armor faster than he can ping it off with what? The weapon and like 4/4 Edvins? No. Like, no, that's not it.
He might produce one more big Edvin, but shouldn't be too big of a deal, because the coins are mostly gone.
Yeah, I guess that's the problem with those sorts of strategies, right? Either you win fast, or you just don't.
He needs to make a 14-14 now. I'm not sure if he can do that with the cards he has. Does not look like it.
Also,
play like 3 cards.
He's actually really helping us out with the the card draw, right? Like, we're fatiguing him even faster now. I mean, I think those are going to go back in the deck, so he will still have 2 cards, but once we naturalize, he's going to start drawing the first fatigue.
Yeah.
Like... Oh no, right, those are coming up from Secret Passage?
No Edwin at all.
I mean, I assume that's like all of the cards he has left, though.
They're pretty much all Edwins, yeah. We just Ferocious Howl, naturalize. Ferocious first for properness, and we win. There is nothing.
Remember to always hit your opponent in the face with the Cold Lights.
Yeah, for the damage, dude. For the damage. And then we can just start spamming Cold Lights and just mill.
Yeah.
And let's play one with Shaman, how about it? See if we can make it. Do you have Snow Fury Giants?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll see if we can make one.
It's gonna be like Edvin Pass.
Trades.
Yeah.
All of that.
I mean, we can see. I thought we could get naturalized, you see. We're not going to get a lot of good opportunities to naturalize his minions anymore, so might as well take the ones we have.
That's true.
Oof. He's out of cards.
Secret Passage no more. Handful of 2/2s.
Yeah.
Sad.
We drew really poorly for this matchup.
Yeah, we didn't get a lot.
And we still won.
True.
So what's that telling you about the matchup? Yeah, Wait, are you now just... No, nothing? Okay. I thought I was gonna start drawing him 5 fatigue cards.
No.
It's like really bad.
But he just gets them back. They go out to the right and come back from the left, and that's the turn.
Oh, no, I guess there's... Oh, no, wait. I was about to say, I guess it's going to be an Evan, but no, because at this point, it's the original hand. And the
curve light. Draw 2 naturalizes, we already have it. Okay, let's call that again. Easy. Could have resigned a long time ago. But yeah, with this deck you pretty much know exactly if you're going to win or lose every single time turn 1. So you get the Embiggen Druids, you just lose instantly. You get something like this, you win instantly. Yeah, there we go. I like this. This is always fun to play. We'll try to make the Shaman and see if we can do that. Or at least talk about a couple of other deck constellations that people like to play a lot. So we're going to the collection here. This is the one we recommend for fun. I like that. I like to play it a lot. But let's see if we can get... I guess let's first show off some that are being played that we're not going to make. Let's go with Druid here. And arguably, maybe the most notorious one would be Patches the Pirate.
Oh yeah, which I don't have, of course, but...
They run Patches. They would run... Yep. Embiggen, which the thing with Patches there is that you play one, he summons himself from the deck 7 times. You play 1 or 2 Embiggens turn 1, and you play Patches, and you have a board full of 5/5s or 7/7s on turn 1. And there's nothing to do about that at all. And they'd run Market Lotus, which isn't even relevant, which isn't even necessarily important. But just for the sake of it, yeah, easy buff. There's another Druid that runs the Gibberlings with Blessing of the Ancients, and I believe also Mark of the Lotus, or actually the Gibberling, which also multiplies himself with Blessing of the Ancients. There we go. And they play the Crystal Power, Crystal Bloom, I think, whatever it's called.
Crystal Power is the one that deals damage for
Lightning Bloom. Lightning Bloom, that's what it is. Yeah, it's right there. Top left.
Oh, Game Mana Crystals. Yeah, I was about to say, why is that there? Exactly. It doesn't have it in the name, but it doesn't have it in the text.
Exactly, Game Mana Crystals. So that's what they play. And the one we can try to make and see if we have it would be Snow Fury Giant. And it's also kind of a fun one. We'll play with Shaman, obviously. Don't have it, unfortunately. Nope. But it would be Snow Fury Giants, which reduce the cost by overloading. You'd still play Lightning Bloom, like we just saw with the mana gain. And Ancestral Knowledge is the key card in this one. Exactly. So they play Bloom, Knowledge, 5 free Giants on turn 1, basically, is the idea. And you also cannot beat that with the Druid, unfortunately. But those are really the decks that get played. Like the latter two win against pretty much anything, and ours loses hopelessly. Oh yeah, we could show off a Warlock.
Whoops! If only I could type. I was gonna just quickly show. At least show the list of the one that I run. But...
Braxis and the Imp.
Yeah, I should probably...
This is actually one that reliably beats the Druid we showed.
Yes.
But it does not...
Do you want to play one really quickly because it doesn't take very long?
Let's do it, yeah. It does, however, not beat the other lists, like the Giants and stuff. That's a bit slow. Similar to the Solarium with Fist and Silver Golem, which is very, very aggro heavy and it pushes a lot of damage.
Yeah, the advantage of that one, of course, is that because you draw the cards with the Solarium already, you can have 2 discard synergy cards. This version is a bit awkward in that you can discard your imps with the Soulfire and not get the maximum throughput.
The other one, the problem is if you draw Solariums and discard those, but then you always want to try to play them again. So yeah. This one, I don't know how this does against other decks. We've only tested it against the Druid. I don't know, have you played it?
I have not.
See what it does. We're having fun today. It's a fun brawl, so we're doing the fun.
Yeah.
So.
I think if this is the Edvin Rogue, since it can only produce like 2 or 3 Edvins, I don't think this is as good, though we do have the advantage that we can just go and...
Coin the other imp, I think?
Oh yeah, right, because we can just trade the first one out.
Next turn you start flinging them.
Yeah. Of course you always want to use the coin because you don't want to discard it, really.
The other ones are going to be Secret Passage and kind of a coin, by the way. Oh, Lab Recruiter, okay, that's different.
Wait, but...
That's slower.
But that's not very fast, yeah, exactly.
That is much slower.
I think I'm just gonna...
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
And yeah, so the Macros Imp lets you redraw the cards. The Fists you want to discard because they still deal 4 damage to discard them. The Soulfires you use to actually actively deal damage. And it kind of snowballs like that. Once you have more than 1 Imp, you draw more cards than you discard. So generally speak, actually, because you need to draw 2 cards because you play Soulfire and you discard 1. And these are just not going to be very fast. The
Pogos.
The Pogos, that is. Yeah.
Let's go Imp, Soulfire. We'll discard.
Yeah, once you have a handful of Macros or Fist of Draxus, it's a bit awkward, but yeah, you can just like, there you go, there you go.
That's the Pogo. Go, we can trade one off. Looks like a good position. If he doesn't have draw, he doesn't take draw.
And here comes the point where you damn well pray that you get another freaking Soulfire. You can tap to get them. I've done that before. And as long as you have enough imps, like it'll get the train going again. Because the problem is, even if you played Fist of Draxus from hand, even though it still does the 4 damage, obviously you didn't discard it, so the imp doesn't...
You don't draw.
What?
What is this man doing?
I guess he just doesn't have whatever it was that makes Pogos normally work. But yeah, that's rough.
Play 2 imps, I think.
Yeah. So we're having a bit of a slow going here, but I've definitely done it that...
Yeah.
When playing against your Druid, which also gets a lot of armor, when I'm just playing a couple imps and then I just Soulfire, and it just keeps drawing into Soulfires.
You cycle the entire day.
And you don't even get these slow turns like this one. Like, it can very much happen, of course. Your deck is very unbalanced in that way.
You also don't mind playing Fists every once in a while in the late game, especially. Like, now, if next turn we play a Fist if we have to.
Yeah, of course.
It's not a huge deal. Yeah, we'll do that. And just, I guess, push it face.
Yeah, play another imp just to solidify the board a little bit. By which I mean, make sure that we draw a card once to play Soulfire. Then again, what does he do?
This is the other way to do it. So,
of course, if you're playing a deck, if you don't have any of the cards for any of the like really meta decks, you have to play something like... I mean, what I'm playing right now is like on the fringe a little bit, but it's not like entirely janky. Of course, the worse your deck is, the more tries it will take you. I would like to note, of course, you can play Tavern Brawls against friends, and you can get your once per week pack that way. So, if nothing else, just play against a friend who has a worse deck, or...
Yes.
Actually, I'm gonna tap. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's worse.
We push it face, I think we do.
Yeah. So, what I was hoping is I was gonna draw Soulfire to guarantee that I can win, because the Fist, of course, is a 1 in 5 to win.
Yeah. We got a bit unlucky with discarding several Soulfires.
But if you absolutely cannot win this, your friend.
Okay, friend.
Get it out.
Anyone can play the Gibbling Druid because they're all the cards are standard. They're cheap. You have Gibbling, you have Lightning Bloom. You could play Blessing of the Ancients or Mark of the Lotus if you have it with it. And that's really all I need. You could go Power of the
Wonder if you have enough Lightning Blooms. If Blessing is even better because you have 2 of them.
Yeah.
Then Lotus.
I've seen it happen for sure. Fist has a chance.
I think I'm going to do the same thing as last turn. I'm going to tap, see what I can get. And that's like the worst thing. And
hit him anyway. Hit him anyway, too easy.
By the way, side note, if your end turn button doesn't turn green after your mana is out, that means you won.
Exactly. So that's that. That's how you can do it. A couple different ideas on how to play this Tavern Brawl. Mess around with a little bit and tell us what you like most. Definitely fun opportunities. I play the S out of this every time it happens. So 2, 3, and 4. I'm playing this more than Constructed Ladder. I just love the brawl. So thank you for watching. This is how we do it, and let us know how you do it. If you have some creative ideas, drop them in the comments that we didn't mention maybe. And thank you for watching, and we're going to see you in the next one. JJ.
That's it.
That's it.